We're back with another explainer video, and today we've got something special, Chronicle Protocol. We're exploring a veteran in the Oracle and data space that's been quietly and exclusively powering MakerDAO since 2017. By the end of this video, you'll know what oracles are and why they're critical in DeFi. But more importantly, we're going to find out how Chronicle Protocol is setting new standards in scalability, verifiability, and accessibility before diving into a walkthrough. So let's jump right into oracles. Although the term comes from the psychic seers of ancient Greece, oracles have a slightly different role in blockchains. In the simplest terms, you can think of them as gated bridges between the blockchain and the real world. These bridges filter and verify the data that actually crosses them. Oracle smart contracts are essential and critical infrastructure for the secure and successful operation of most DeFi services. Oracles can also be used to enhance automated market makers or AMMs and lending protocols alike. So we know what they do, but what exactly are they? Oracles are third-party services in Web3 space that facilitate access to off-chain data for blockchains and smart contracts, bridging the gap between information inside and outside the network. Other blockchain Oracle projects include Chainlink, Band Protocol, Teller, and more. DeFi relies heavily on oracles to provide broader access to financial applications. Many DeFi offerings, including borrowing and lending markets, prediction markets, derivatives, and insurance products, require oracles for smart contracts to actually know the price of an asset or the outcome of real-world events. In DeFi, oracles enable algorithmic stablecoins, financial derivatives, and prediction markets to function by providing access to external data feeds. So we now know that oracles are the linchpin in DeFi, driving services like lending markets, derivatives, and prediction markets by connecting smart contracts to real-world data. But while their integration elevates dApps to new functionalities, it also introduces significant risks. Because a compromised oracle isn't just a weak link, it's a potential time bomb that can jeopardize the integrity of an entire blockchain network. The reliance on external data is a paradox. It both powers and threatens the trustlessness of DeFi. And if you're wondering what the way forward is, that is where decentralized oracles come into play, because they're designed to overcome the limitations of centralized oracles by eliminating single points of failure. So next, we have to explore how Chronicle Protocol solves the oracle problem. Chronicle Protocol is designed around 5 core principles using the acronym STARS: scalable, transparent, accessible, resilient, and secure. And it's these principles that guide Chronicle's offering of industry-leading oracle services. So what's under the hood? First, let's talk about verifiability. With Chronicle, users don't have to trust, they can verify, because the protocol offers complete transparency. Using the on-chain dashboard called the Chronicle, anyone can track where every element of data has come from, creating the first censorship-resistant layer for data transmission. Now, significantly, this is the first time an Oracle provider has delivered on verifiable data, and it's key to powering trustlessness in decentralized systems for the future. Also, unlike some oracles that shift costs to the end user with a pull model, Chronicle's Scribe technology offers true scalability. It allows for more frequent and affordable data updates. Due to the huge reduction of operational costs in oracles, Chronicle can scale to deliver real-time and precise data. The gas optimizations achieved by Scribe are huge, and they reduce the cost of oracle operations by over 60% on layer 1 and 68% on layer 2. Through Chronicle's on-chain dashboard, users will be able to easily spin up or spin down oracles from their registry, putting the control back where it belongs with the users. Their on-chain accounting smart contract called Levia ensures uninterrupted oracle services as long as the user keeps their wallet funded. This enables a first-of-its-kind Oracle's on-demand subscription service. Now, with 22 verified data feeds and a security system that's been battle-tested over 6 years, Chronicle ensures that data reliability and integrity are maintained at all times. And how do they do that? By only delivering data after asking 22 data feeds the same question, aggregating all the answers, and feeding them through a consensus mechanism. These data feeds include protocols such as Etherscan, Gnosis, Gitcoin, Infura, and DYDX. This is currently the most secure way to automate the delivery of data as APIs, because single-source data feeds can be compromised. Chronicle has been around for a long time in DeFi years. It was born in the brainy labs of MakerDAO long before Chainlink became a household name. It has secured around $10 billion worth of assets for MakerDAO since 2017, making it a heavyweight contender despite being the new kid on the block, having only just opened up access to all builders. So you might be wondering, what does the future hold? The advancements from Chronicle Labs genuinely eliminate the need for trust, marking the next step in safer, more secure and equitable products in DeFi. The huge gas optimizations they've achieved with Scribe also lower the entry barriers for new DeFi builders that need access to high-quality oracles. And by delivering on fully verifiable data, it's finally possible for decentralized systems to actually leverage data with a clear and trackable provenance. Now, we've got enough information under our belts, let's get practical. We're going to walk through Chronicle Labs' website, focusing on the dashboards, the oracles, and the feeds. This will give you a first-hand experience of how easy it is to actually interact with their platform. So we're going to head over to chroniclelabs.org, where we're greeted by their welcome message, cost-efficient, verifiable data, and a nice nod to the ancient Greek origins of the word oracle, which is visible if you scroll down and also throughout the website. So let's click on Launch Dashboard. And here we are on the dashboard. We see that we have 3 tabs that we can interact with. This is tab number 1. You can see it at the top navigation bar. Then we have oracles and we also have feeds. We're going to go through each of them one by one. So for now, we have 3 tabs: dashboard, oracles, and feeds. In the dashboard tab, we see the total value secured on the upper left-hand corner, which is just over $9 billion currently. We see the number of active oracles at 6, and we see that there are 21 active price feeds as well. And if we scroll a little bit down, we're going to see 2 columns here. So the left-hand side is the oracles column. We see the trading pairs being reported and also the prices that correspond to them. And on the right-hand side, we see the feeds. So we see where the data is coming from, which trading pair it corresponds to, and of course the price as well. So let's move over to the oracles tab. And here again, we see trading pairs like BTC USD, ETH USD, and more. We can see the price, we can see the blockchain that the data is coming from, and of course, how recently it was updated. And finally, we have the feeds tab. So if I go to the third and final tab, I see once again all the data sources. I see the last reported pair, the price, and the last update. Now let's pick a random one and dive into them. If I click on MakerDAO, I'm going to see that the feed has been active since June 2019. I see the inclusion rate, the feed version, and the feed address as well. And more importantly, I see that 10 trading pairs are being reported. Now, if I click on one of these, let's say I want to get that data on ETH USD trading pair, it's going to take me straight into the second layer of the oracles tab. Okay, so we're going to slide back to the oracles tab. And let's say I'm curious about the ETH USD trading pair. So I click on that. Now here I see when the price information was last updated, I can see the contract address, and I can see the blockchain that the data is coming from. So let's visualize the price action over a week, over a month, over a 3-month period. I can also see it over a year, and I can also click on all time. Now if I scroll further down and follow this little green indicator, I'm going to see that the quorum required is 13 out of 22 feeds. And that's because Chronicle Labs have decided that you need at least 50% or more to reach a quorum. Now we can also see the transaction hash if we want to, and if I scroll further down, I can use this little drop-down menu here to see where exactly the queried price information is coming from. Good stuff. Now we can also take this a step further and actually verify the authenticity of the reported value by any of the feeds using the EC recover function. Now, if we go full circle back to the dashboard tab, we're going to find ourselves where we started. Once again, we can see the list of oracles, we can see the list of feeds, and to get into either one of these tabs, I can either navigate through the view all button. That takes me to the next tab. Or if I go back, I can directly click into one of these items. That's going to take me to the right tab as well. So it's worth mentioning at this point that considering the complexity and the sheer amount of data coming in and out of an oracle, which we now know is like a gated bridge that protects the blockchain realm from compromised data sources, the user interface is surprisingly a breeze to navigate. Within a minute of being on here, I know exactly where I need to go to find all the data I need, and it takes about 2 or 3 clicks to get to any part of the website. So we now know what oracles are, we know what they do, the risks that they carry, and why they're critical specific to DeFi. We've also seen exactly how Chronicle's innovative approach can deliver such cost-efficient verifiable oracles while saving up to 68% of costs on layer 2s, as well as mitigating many of the risks and concerns people have around Oracle security and centralization. All in all, we've seen how Chronicle Protocol transforms the concept of a decentralized blockchain data service into a scalable, functional model that other DeFi or decentralized platforms can now use for on-chain prices and more, such as real-world assets. The team has been hard at work building out the disintermediated stack of autonomous systems that really capture what blockchain is all about, cutting out the middleman and giving power back to the people. That's all we have for today. We hope you've learned something new about oracles. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next explainer video.